Yesterday, I introduced you guys to paired passages, and when we have two things, we are more than likely going to compare them and contrast them. So what we do is we use those two overlapping circles that are called a Venn diagram. So when we are comparing with a Venn diagram, we are going to use words such as both, similar or same, also or to, and as well as. When contrasting, that means we're telling the difference. We're going to use words such as however, in contrast, differ/different, while or whereas, and on the other hand, but or yet, and though/although. So whether we are reading these words or using them in our own Venn diagram, we want to keep those in our mind when it comes to comparing and contrasting. So there are three main things that we can compare and contrast when reading. The first are the characters, second, the setting, and third, the events. So we're going to go back to our text from yesterday about Batman and Iron Man, and we are going to compare and contrast them using a Venn diagram. So I will include those two passages here so you can go back and look at them, but we won't reread them today. We're just going to have to go off of our memory. So based on the passages, which of the following is true about both Batman and Iron Man? So you are going to give me a thumbs up if you agree that both of these are true about, if these are true about both superheroes. Thumbs down if it is only true about one. So if it is true for both, we are going to go and put it into this Venn diagram right here. So starting at A, both superheroes do not have superpowers. Thumbs up if you agree. Thumbs down if you disagree. So looking back at our text evidence, we have for Iron Man, right here, Tony Stark does not possess any superpowers. So there's our text evidence that Iron Man does not have superpowers. So let's look for our text evidence for Batman. Unlike most superheroes, Batman does not possess superpowers. So thumbs up because that statement is true. We are now going to put it in our Venn diagram. Since it is something that both superheroes have in common, we put it in the middle of the overlapping circles. B, both superheroes want justice for their parents' murder. So we know that both of their parents were lost whenever they were younger, but are they both seeking justice? Let's look for our text evidence. So for Iron Man, we have where'd it go? He inherited Stark Industries after his parents were killed in a car accident. So there's not much justice that he could seek there. It was an accident. Let's look at Batman. So for Batman, his life is shaped by the loss of his parents as a child and guides his efforts to save Gotham City. So he is seeking justice for his parents. So since that one is only true for one superhero, we can put it on his side of the Venn diagram. So we would go to Batman's side of the Venn diagram and type in wants justice for his parents' murder. Notice that it's not a complete sentence. When doing a Venn diagram, it is okay that you use bullet points that do not have complete sentences. Going back to our questions, C, both superheroes have over 700 comic books in their series. Let's look for our text evidence. 700 comic books. So Iron Man has 500 issues. So that means it's not true for both of them. And Batman has 713. So that statement is true for Batman, but not for Iron Man. So we will go and put that on Batman's side of the Venn diagram. So right below the first bullet point, I added that he has over 700 comic books in his series. So we're going to do one more together, and then you will do the following 3 on your own. So both superheroes acquire their powers through accidents that resulted in them gaining super abilities. So remember that Iron Man got his abilities through during a kidnapping injury, and Batman just pays money for what he has, and he also has a team. So that statement is only true for Iron Man. So we are going to go and add that statement to Iron Man's side of the Venn diagram. So here we have that. Now you are going to go back to the passage, and you are going to figure out if the last 3 statements belong on Batman's side of the Venn diagram, in the middle, because it is for both of them, or on Iron Man's side of the Venn diagram. So on the slide right after this video, it says copy and paste these 3 statements into their correct areas on the Venn diagram. So E is both superheroes keep their identity secret so people will not come after them. F, both superheroes are created by Stan Lee and are in the Marvel universe. And G, both superheroes are wealthy businessmen who use their intelligence to fight criminals. So I will give you a hint. Only one of these goes in that middle for both of them. The other 2, it's either one person or the other.